Hey guys, welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit, Am I the A-hole? This one's from user Birthday Party Post. Am I the a-hole for asking my dad if the reason he missed my birthday was to be with his other family? My parents divorced 3 years ago because my dad had an affair and the lady got pregnant and he left us to be with her and the kid. My sister and I hate him, but our mom still wants us to have a relationship with him, so we see him once or twice a month to make her happy. My sister and I turned 16 on Saturday, twins. We had a party in the park with our aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents from both sides of the family. We all wore masks. The only person who didn't come was my dad. He came over yesterday to drop off our present. Just to give you an idea, it was a pink polka dot dress. I swear it was made for an 8-year-old. I do wear dresses, but this is nowhere near my or my sister's style, and I don't like pink, and my sister doesn't wear dresses. And yes, he got us the same exact dress, even though we haven't matched since we were around 10, but I'll give him a pass for giving us the same thing, because pretty much everyone does that with twins. He said that he was sorry that he couldn't come to our birthday and that he was busy. He lost his job in May and has been sitting on his butt playing video games since because nobody's hiring, so I know he wasn't working. I asked him exactly why he couldn't come to our birthday, and he just said that he was busy, so I looked at him and asked him if the reason he missed our 16th birthday was because he wanted to be with his other family. He left without saying anything, and I've been banned from their house for being rude. Am I the a-hole for asking my dad if he missed my and my sister's birthday because he'd rather be with his other family? The judgment is not the a-hole. Now let's take a look at the top comments. Happy Panda 2400 says, not the a-hole. He is not upset at you. He's upset he got called out for being a horrible dad. You asked a tough question, but he's at fault because he couldn't be bothered to show up to your birthday. That's 1 day a year. 6-Pound Puppy says, not the a-hole. Oh my god, that dress. Totally for a 7 or 8-year-old to wear to a birthday party. Most assuredly not for 16-year-old young ladies. You did nothing wrong asking your dad a perfectly valid question. Be thankful you got banned from his house. Haha, that's pretty much exactly what you wanted. So consider that your real birthday gift. Boop Boop a Doop says, not the a-hole. He banned you from his house for calling him out on his terrible attempts at parenting. But if that didn't shock him into realizing how much his behavior is hurting you and your sister, I don't know if there's much else you can do. Do your best to not let his nonsense weigh you down. Focus on living your best life without him. You both deserve better. Opie's edit. He hates it when we call them his other family because he wants us to think of them as our family. He even tried for a while to get us to call his new wife Mom. Yeah, Opie, you are not the a-hole, and I am so sorry that you have that trash pile of a human for a father. He's mad at you because you called him out on exactly what he is, a horrible father. So in his idiotic pettiness, or maybe because he still thinks he's some kind of an authority to you, he banned you from his house. Honestly, you know what I think your dad deserves? He deserves to step on a Lego, trip on a stool, and land with his fingers in his socket. There's more I think that should happen to him, but I don't want to make this video about that. So let's move on to the update and see what happened after this. The visits with my dad have stopped. Instead, we spent those weekends with our grandparents, which is way better. My sister and I returned the dresses. My sister bought a jacket that she liked, and I got shoes and makeup. When my dad found out that my sister and I weren't visiting anymore, he got mad. He said he didn't mean it when he said I was banned and I need to have a relationship with my brother and sister. Yes, this is how my dad decided to announce that his wife is pregnant. He also thought that would be the right time to tell us that our sister would need our room, so when we visit, we'd take the couch. He also wanted 50-50 custody. When our mom heard that he's giving away our room and wants to go to court for more custody, she lost it. She screamed at him about how irresponsible and selfish he is and told him that he'd be laughed out of court if he tried to get custody without us even having a bedroom there. I think he's still trying to go to court, but my sister and I don't like him and don't want to stay there anymore, and we don't have a room, so there's pretty much zero chance we're gonna have to stay there. Also, my mom introduced me and my sister to her boyfriend the other day, and he seems great. He really wants to get to know me and my sister individually, something my dad didn't even care to do. And he's so nice to us and my mom. They're talking about him moving in a few months. So, even though my dad's a douche, I guess this story still has a happy ending. OP's edit. I just looked it up and we're in a state where there's no guarantee they'll take what we say into account and you legally can't refuse visitation. Wow, before this I thought your dad was a pile of trash, but now I think he's a bag of crap. It really sucks that this guy's your birth father. I am so sorry. You guys just need to cut him loose whenever you get the chance. Only 2 years, right? And this is just me because I'm petty and I really dislike deadbeat parents, moms or dads, they both suck. If I would be obligated to visit with him, I'd constantly make him feel like crap for being such a bad father. You know, ask him uncomfortable questions like, how did it feel to cheat on my mom? How did it feel to abandon us? And all that stuff. But on a more positive note, I do hope that your mom's new boyfriend is a good guy and that he treats you right and that he's a positive influence in yours and your sister's life. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna wish you and your sister the best, OP. And for the rest of us, how about we move on to another post? This one's from user Birthday Surprise AITA. Am I the a-hole for telling my fiance's friends that they can't organize a party for his birthday because I already have plans? So, my fiance, 28 male, and I, 27 female, have been together for 6 years. We're in the middle of planning our wedding, but that's beside the point, lol. Anyways, he's the love of my life and my best mate in the world, and I want him to be happy. So, we live in a city that is close to some beautiful hills. Sometimes we go for drives in those hills. There is one little town that my fiance loves, even though he has never actually stayed there. It's his birthday next Friday, so I decided to take him on a mini holiday to that town. I found a cute hotel and researched and organized some activities that I know he'll love. We'll stay from Friday to Monday. I've talked to his boss and he agreed to let my fiance take 2 days off, but won't say anything to keep it a surprise. So yesterday, one of his friends messaged me and told me about a party they've been organizing for my fiance, and asked me to guide him to it without giving it away. The party was supposed to be on Friday night. I told them that we'll be out of town Friday night, but I'd help them to throw it on Thursday. His friends then started blowing up my phone, telling me that it's uncool to take him away on his birthday without prior warning or discussing it with him, and that he'd probably rather spend his birthday having a beer with the boys instead of doing boring couples crap. After some back and forth, I told them to get effed and that they should have consulted with me and not the other way around. They said that they are going to tell my fiance about both of our plans so that he can decide what he wants to do. I asked them not to, as I went to great lengths to keep it a surprise, but they said that it's only fair and I should have remembered that they might want to do something and that most of them have known him for longer than I do. I feel like I shouldn't have to ask for permission to take my fiancé on a trip on his birthday, but maybe it is a faux pas? Am I the a-hole? The judgment is not the a-hole. Now let's take a look at the top comments. Deadly Housefrau says, not the a-hole. Talk to your fiancé and tell him generally that you have planned a surprise for him. Tell him his friends planned something without looping you in and won't be flexible about doing it 1 day early. Then tell him that they have threatened to spoil your surprise and ask him to specifically tell them not to do that. Generic name 907 says, not the a-hole. It's ridiculous of them to expect you to ask them before you make plans for your fiance's birthday, and you are very correct. They should have consulted you prior to planning a party. Framileski says, not the a-hole. What kind of friends organize a surprise party for a friend without the partner? And you are his fiancé, not just a girl he dates for a while. And for the people who say that OP should have checked with the fiancé, it's a surprise. And the friends are really the a-hole for the crappy comments and that they will snitch. Also, if they really ruined the surprise and let OP's fiancé decide, what a crappy decision should he make? stay with the boys and his fiancé will be disappointed, or he chooses OP, the woman he wants to marry by the way, and his boys will throw a tantrum. This will really ruin his birthday because there is no such thing like a good solution. Happy birthday! You can decide which people you will disappoint. Yeah, I agree OP, you're not the a-hole on this one, although I have to say communication would have gone a long way. I mean, yeah, everybody's a general after the war, but here's what I would have done. I would have let the friends know, not ask for permission or anything like that, but I would have told them, hey, you know, for my fiance's birthday, I already did this is planned, we're going on this date and this date. If you guys want to do anything, maybe you want to be part of my surprise, or you can do something else next weekend or the day before. And what the friends should have really done is, hey, do you have any plans for your fiancé for his birthday? Because we're thinking about throwing him a surprise party or something like that. However, when it comes to the situation of the post, I believe the fiancé has priority over the friends. Sorry guys. And like the last commenter says, if they ruin OP's surprise and make him decide, that's the worst situation the fiancé could be for his own birthday. So hopefully they don't do that. Anyways, let's move on to the update to see how this situation played out. Some of you asked for an update, so I shall deliver. First things first, the surprise wasn't ruined. We got to go and my fiancé loved it. I followed your advice and told him that I had something planned that clashed with the plans his mates made and that they are now threatening to ruin the surprise. I offered to tell him what I had planned, but he shut that down pretty quickly. He then called one of the boys and asked them what the F was wrong with them to pull this stunt and that they should know by now that our birthday surprises are a very important part of our relationship and something we look forward to the whole year. After a rather lengthy talk with his mate, it turned out that the boys wanted one last big birthday piss-up before he got married, as they all felt like he was drifting away from them and that his priorities shifted. Fiancé then told him that it's normal for priorities to shift when you are in a long-term relationship. He made it known that he was very disappointed with the boys' behavior towards me and that they needed to apologize. Apart from that, we had a wonderful weekend. He loved it and even ordered a blanket with his favorite photos of the trip on it. My fiancé didn't go to boys' night though last week, as no one had apologized to me. I guess that showed them that he was serious, and most of them called or messaged me afterwards with an apology, except for one bloke. Everyone apart from him will be coming to ours for a barbecue next week, and we're both hoping to be able to move past this rather unpleasant experience. That's all guys, take care. Well OP, it's great that the surprise wasn't ruined and your fiancé showed that he's got his priorities straight. The thing is, when you're in a loving relationship, your partner is your best friend and you really want to spend a lot of time with them doing as much fun stuff as possible. It sounds like the relationship that you have with them is a very healthy relationship. Opposite to some toxic relationships when some partners just demand too much and it's uneven. Those are the relationships that usually end up breaking up. And those are the relationships that people sometimes complain about their partners to their friends. Maybe that's the type of relationships your fiancé's friends have. Hopefully the barbecue will help mend things, because honestly it doesn't sound like your boyfriend is whipped or under your thumb or being controlled by you or anything like that. He just simply enjoys spending time with you. So congratulations on that. Oh, and also all the best on the upcoming wedding. Stay safe OP, take care. And so we've reached the end of the video. I truly hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Also, if you feel like chatting with others from this community, you can always join my Discord server and check out my subreddit. I'll leave the links in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video.